All right, fucking late night with Mr. Mission Control. So, we're fucking live, and it's getting live in Minneapolis. People are getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, out of the police's control. They're having to call in. The National Guard should probably be there by the day's end tomorrow because the riots aren't letting up. Um, that poor guy the, the one police officer murdered. You know, it only takes one police officer to set the whole nation on fire. One fuck up, you know, one stupid move, one incompassionate, fucking inhumane behavior by a police officer, and it'll set the whole nation on fire. You know, these are the responsibilities these police officers carry, and I do respect that. I do respect that. But when one of them falls out of line, the rest of them are going to take the blame as well. You know, and that's just the way people see things. Um, well, people are going to hold their feet to the fire, and there still hasn't been an arrest made. They haven't arrested the guy because the news is staying on top of it to this hour. To this hour, the national news is staying on top of the story, and there hasn't been an arrest made. Why doesn't the governor, the mayor, the fucking police chief get their head out of their fucking ass, like Monograph says? Get their head out of their ass and fucking do something. Because they're letting this one incident burn the city down. The city will be burnt down by the end of the weekend. I guarantee it. Because all these people that are off of work, that have been unemployed from the COVID, uh, fucking, they got nothing better to do but to take their frustrations out on one subject, and that's the murder, cold-blooded murder of this unarmed black man that they had handcuffed and was complying with officers. Now, what in the why would any sane person want to allow themselves to be handcuffed and comply after watching that video? After watching that video of that man dying, being choked to death, and nobody doing anything about it was able to do anything about it, um, why would you comply with fucking police? Why? There's nobody. This is going to set off incidents of, there's going to be shootings, there's going to be fucking murders, there's going to be all kinds of, the businesses are going to be burnt to the ground, and it's spreading. It's spreading out of Minneapolis to other states. I know it's done spread to California, where there's little groups of rioters going on, and it's spreading to other places. So, you know, the governor, it all lies on the governor and the mayor and the police chief of Minneapolis to do something about this now before they let it get out of hand. And it already is out of hand. They've done over close to 1 million protesters on the streets, you know. And by the weekend, I guarantee the numbers are going to grow because the powers that be aren't moving fast enough to do something about it. And until this trial is over with, there are going to be protests. There's going to be demonstrations. Fucking hashtag I can't breathe is going to go global. This is going to affect people around the world not to trust being put in custody. I'd rather, after watching that video, I'd rather fucking die than let somebody fucking handcuff me. and be put under their thing. Fort Smith police chief came out, an Arkansas police chief came out today and made a video saying that he uh, does everything they can do to keep from things like this from happening, from their officers killing each other. But our Arkansas police officers are some of the trigger happiest motherfuckers. Uh, Man, they shoot somebody fucking every other month up here. That they shoot fucking somebody to death, and there's no recourse out of that. They don't have their fucking body cameras on all the time or anything like that, so there's no footage. A lot of times out here in the sticks in the woods where people are holed up, there is no footage of that. You're not in the big city, because you're out here in the boondocks, and you don't get recorded when you do something wrong or somebody's arresting you. A lot of times you're at your house. A lot of times your house is out in the woods, especially if you're some sort of criminal. A lot of criminals live outside of town, and that stuff doesn't get recorded. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be shot or something, because they might be doing something totally wrong, like shooting back at the police. But shit happens here, folks. Shit happens out in backwoods America that doesn't get reported like this. And I'm sure if it did, there'd be a lot more fucking riots and protests going on. If people actually knew the actual truth of how many people the fucking police fucking kill every fucking day, and I think those statistics will come out here. Somebody's going to be asking that same question other than me, and are going to want the statistics, and they're going to have to provide them, because that's a matter of public knowledge. So I don't blame the protesters. Hell, burn the fucking place down, because the leaders of Minneapolis haven't fucking done anything to arrest. Actually, the two officers should be blamed, or all four of them should be held for manslaughter. All the officers that were on the scene there should be held for manslaughter and murder. The one should be held for murder. The other one should be held for manslaughter. Or accomplice. They were fucking accomplices. It's fucking sickening, guys. Something's got to fucking give. We've got to find a new system of policing ourselves, so we're not putting police officers' lives on the line, sticking them out in blue suits and 10 stars and guns and stuff, to be ostracized and accosted and stuff like this, because that's what's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be a lot of police officers die because of this, and just this one officer's mishandling of a situation is going to set the world on fire. It's going to set the fucking world on fire. There's wanted posters going up on social media and the interwebs for the guy that fucking did this, for the cop. His name is Chauvin. His last name Chauvin. And if he isn't already out of town by now, I guarantee you he packed his fucking bags and is in some other state. But if he isn't out of town by now, I guarantee you a fucking angry mob's going to drag him out of his fucking house and hang him up. I guarantee it. But I bet you those 4 police officers packed their fucking bags and got the fuck out of Dodge real quick. Because they knew what they fucking did. They fucking knew what they fucking did. They fucking murdered that motherfucker. Fucking cold-blooded fucking murder. And everybody fucking knows it now. Everybody fucking knows it because they put it on national TV. The national media is fucking beside themselves with the actions of that took place. So I'm fucking sick. It makes me sick to watch it. And I've watched the video fucking umpteen times now. Umpteen times. And they keep showing it. And the more they show it, the more people are going to get mad. And I tell you what, people's heads are going to roll. Innocent people are going to get hurt. But you know, that's the way of progress. And that's the way the people speak. When the people get mad, people get hurt. That's just the way things go. And they're letting this happen. So the blame is shifting now from the police officer onto the blame for the riots is going to go onto the heads of the mayor, the governor, and the police chief because they didn't fucking arrest these officers. They fired them, but they didn't fucking arrest them yet. Anybody else would have been fucking sitting behind bars by now. You know. So that's just all I have to say. You know, late night with Mr. Mission Control. I'm out here making my coffee, rolling me a cigarette. I tried to sleep tonight. I got some good sleep in earlier. But just thinking about this thing, watching Monograph talk about it. Monograph's all fired up. Boy, is Monograph fired up. He is fired up. So head on over to Monograph channel and see what he has to say. He's a wordsmith, and he'll get you fired up over it. If you're not already fired up over it, which you should be, head on over to Monograph channel and watch what he has to say about it. And boy, you're gonna be changing your attitude towards police brutality. That's for goddamn sure. So and after this, you know, everybody's gonna think twice about being handcuffed. They're not gonna want to be handcuffed, you know, because once you're handcuffed, you can't fucking defend yourself. And I don't think that right should be taken away from anybody, no matter what fucking crime they commit. I don't believe you should be handcuffed. You know, if you can't defend yourself, if you choose to fight to the death, then so be it. Because you stole a fucking candy bar or presented counterfeit money like this guy did. Anybody could fucking have counterfeit money in their pocket and fucking not know about it. The cops failed to talk to the man civilly and discuss it with him, and should have just gave him a fine and fucking let him go. What did they do? They handcuffed him, hauled him across the street to the curb, and fucking choked him to fucking death. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. This is Mr. Mission Control. And if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Just like Monograph says. Peace, motherfuckers. I'm out of here.